Good day, guys. Bing here. Today I'm going to go through some of the questions or requests in this document. So this is the one we did last time. Okay, so first, this one. Okay, so these are some panels. Now I don't recommend you modeling them. These no, because even if you can model them, but once you place tens or hundreds of them in the model, you will pretty much break your project because this is just too much, and you can quite easily just use material or surface pattern to represent these. So I'm going to quickly show you. So this is Revit. I'm going to create create a new project, and okay, so I'm going to just create a wall WA, and maybe just generic wall, and maybe let's just duplicate and make it a thin, just panel. Okay, so this is 100. That's quite thick. I'll just make it 10 mil wall and go edit, just make it 10. And also for the material, I'm going to create a new material. Okay, so this new material. So the first method, we can use a material if you want to render in Revit or use a realistic view. So what you can do is go to appearance and then click on this to replace this asset. So go to the appearance library on the metal, trying to find a material that similar to this. So you can just quickly I'll show you. You can change the size. So sometimes it's very small, so it's very hard to see. So you can just make it bigger. So this is quite big. Yeah. So basically, trying to find. I'm going to maybe. This is too big. Oh, here. I think this one's quite similar. Let's try this one. So just click on this, or you can just double click on this. In this asset will go into this material. Now you can close it, and then you will see these are some the settings. So basically that's the relief pattern, bump, and also the cut out. So because when you render, you will see that's this cut out. Okay, so. And you can let's just have a look. So click on OK, and I click on OK and OK. Let's go to 3D view. So currently you can't see anything because currently it's using hidden line. So once we change this one to realistic view, you will start to see this pattern. So it's quite small because the size of this wall. So let me just change this wall to 1 meter. Times 1 meter high. Okay, so now you start to see this pattern. Okay, so it's only visible under realistic. So I believe if you're using 2024, there's a extra type, like I think it's something texture or something. So yeah, it's quite similar. And also how can we rotate these patterns? So just basically go into this material and go on the appearance. So you can click on this image. So you can see this, click on the image, and here there's a rotation. Just type in 90 degree. And also don't forget to also rotate the cutout. Okay, so both 90 degree, okay, and okay, and okay. So now you can see it will change rotate by 90 degrees. And also you can also change the size. So go here, click on the image, and then so here scale. So you can just change the size here. Okay, and yep, I think this is it. So basically it will only work in realistic view, or if you're going to render in Revit, so you will see this. Okay, this is not very good. Maybe we should reduce the thickness. Just go there. So instead of 10, make it 1. So let's have a try again. So I do another render. I think this one should look better. Okay, so that's the material, and but if you're going to only use like a hidden line or shade for some documentation, you probably don't need this. So I think we can just use some surface pattern. So okay, so let's change to hidden line. So HL. So you can go to edit type, go to the material, and go to graphics, and then you can just apply a surface pattern to it. So okay, so click on this. So you just need to try to find a pattern that match that those. So on the model, there isn't any, I think. Yeah, probably there's no pattern that similar, but previously we talked about how to create a pattern ourselves, so we can quickly do it. Okay, so because we have this plugin, so py Revit, so let's go quickly create a drafting view. So I'm going to just use create a one-to-one drafting view, a detail line DL. I'm going to just draw maybe 200 DL 200 by 100 rectangular. Okay, and then I draw a diamond shape. Okay, so this will be the pattern. So these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, select these 4 and go to this py Revit make pattern. Just give it a name. I'll just call it a new model pattern. Yeah, that's correct. Everything should be fine. So create a pattern, and you need to click the edge of this pattern. So I'll just click here and click here. So, and now that's it. So now we can go back to 3D view, select this, edit type, edit, click on this, change the material, change the surface pattern of this material, and go find it, model, on the model, here, see? And click OK, OK, and this is it. Okay, so this is a surface pattern. I think this will be better because it's visible in hidden line. As long as you're not going to render. If you need to render, just make sure you have this one there. So yeah, I think that's it. Or maybe just adjust the size to match the surface pattern. So yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's go back. So I think that's it. Please do not model this, because just you shouldn't model this. Okay. So the next one. Okay. So this is also not you're not supposed to model these elements in Revit. Okay, so this is not, Revit is not a tool for for creating these things. Revit is more for like architecture, like create large scale buildings. So instead of you create these small elements, because when you when you render, you usually won't see these. It's more about these panels. So for example, you create a facade for a system for the for a building, and then you create some these like louvers. Actually, I did some exercise previously, so like this one. So if you go there, so what I did is we tried to create a family which you can control it to open and close. So when so yeah, so basically that's let me just try to maybe just go to the very last part. So let's go faster. How can I control the speed? Anyway, so let's just go do this. Okay, so you can see you can also control the angle, and then I think maybe this is the first episode. There's another one. So I think I talked about how we can make it parametric, and then you can open it and close it. So you can see you can close it, and then so that there just use some formulas. I think sorry, my internet is a bit slow. Just okay. Yeah, so you can also change the profile of these blades. So usually it's more not flat. It's more like a curved. Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, just have a look. This is of course this is one of the method, so a parametric family. But if you do not need to make it parametric, you can also use other method, like beam systems, like even just extrusion modeling place. Yeah, it will also work. Okay, so that's it. Let's have a look. The next one. Okay, so this is okay. I think this video is about it's 2024 Revit 2024. A tunnel family in the top solid. So yeah, I think we can a slope. So yeah, I'm going to quickly. So I have 2024 open. I'll just close 2023. We can quickly create a family. So to create a void in the solid, top solid, and we can just add some parameters to control the slope, the length, maybe. Okay, so let's quickly do it. So first, I'm going to. I think we're going to use generic model line based. Okay, and what I suggest here. So the easiest way to doing this is to use a swept blend. So basically this is line based, and then we're going to create. So use this reference line in this family template. So we can use swept blend and use pick path. Okay, pick path. Hang on, let me think. Yes, pick path. So basically that's the length, and then we can. So hang on, we don't have a profile yet. So maybe I'll just quickly create a new family, and it will be a profile. So go to profile. So metric profile. Okay, so I'm going to just create a line, a tunnel, a circle, of course, and I'll just di dimension, use diameter. Okay, so select it. Let's create a parameter. Let's call it a D. Type. Yeah, type is okay. Yeah, I think it can only be type for profile. So now I'll just directly load this one into this family. So now we can click on this, and then here. So currently I think select profile 1 and drop down menu family 2. Okay, so if I go to 3D view, you will see so it's centered. Okay, so it's centered, and then click on select profile 2 and select this family 2 as well. Now we can, if we finish it, so this is a tunnel. Oh, and also I forgot we should use a void. Okay, so use void. And also, because it's not a face-based void and directly cut on a base, so we need to check a box here. So cut with void when loaded. This means when we load this family into a project, we can use the cut geometry tool to cut a void on cuttable element like wall, floor, top solid, and so on. Okay, so this is a swept blend. And then if you select this one, you will see here. So we have some options, and we have the opportunity to add some parameters here. So I think I'll click on this one, vertical. We can just type some number, so you can see it will go up. Okay, so actually, maybe, so this is, I think the profile one might be the first point, because when you place a line-based family, it's like a 2-point adaptive family. So you place 1 and 2. Okay, so you firstly press here and then press this. So I think I'm going to only create one offset. So this profile 1 stay as it is, and profile 2. So we are going to adjust it. So let's just add a offset. I'll call it offset. So this is for profile 2. Okay, so and it will be instance. Okay, and okay. So now we don't want to control the offset. We want to control using a slope. It's more a angular parameter. So if let me show you. Let me explain this to you. Hang on, let me just zoom in a little bit. So maybe our TL thing line, and maybe that's two things. So you probably it's hard for you to see. Our TL again, change the scale so it's not too thick, not too thin. So okay, let me just do a screenshot. Okay, so this is the first point when we place this family, and this will be the second. But we want to control the slope. Okay, so imagine this offset. So this point offset up here. So this will be the offset, and we're not going to control this offset. Instead, we're going to control this angle. Okay, let's call it A, and hang on. Should we use angle? Yeah, I think angle is fine, but sometimes we need we use 1 to x, for example, for the slope. But for this exercise, let's just use an angular parameter. So okay, so we need an angular parameter. So in this right angle triangle, so this will be the length. Okay, so length is like a length is like a reporting parameter if it's in the adaptive family. Okay, so length. So tangent A equals offset divided by length. Okay, and then of course we can time this one times OFS equals tangent A times length. So this will be the formula. TH. Okay, so this will be the formula for the offset. So now let's go back to Revit first. We don't have an angular parameter yet, so we need to create it. Let's call it A, change this one to angle, instance, and okay. Okay, so let's give it an angle for now, so 10 degree for example. Okay, so then offset equals tangent bracket A times length. So length is it's a parameter. It's always exists in a line-based family. Okay, so length. So apply and okay. So now you can see this sweat blend. So this angle, if I connect this point to this point, this angle should be 10 degree. Okay. Okay. So now we can create a new project. Let's go create a new project. And in this project, I'm going to create a top solid. Okay, so top solid goes side, top solid. I'm going to just quickly something like that. Go to 3D view. Maybe just modify a sub element. Go up. Okay, so and maybe at some point I'll use relative, along surface. So previously it's called, I think it's called relative, or absolute is just topping a elevation from 0 point, but along surface it's more like you can directly place point on this surface. It won't change the shape of this top solid. But after that, you can adjust the point to change the shape. Okay, you can also use your keyboard to adjust these points. Okay, move up or shift, or use shift and arrows to make it faster. So okay, so that's a top solid, and then let's go back to that void. So once again make sure you have this one checked. Now load this one in here. So we can place. So for line-based family, you can use you have two options. One is place on face, so you can directly place onto face of this. Oh, hang on. I forgot one box. So there is. Oh, hang on. There's no. Oh, that's fine. So it looks like there's no always vertical option for line-based. That's fine. So as you can see, when I place this family, use the place on face, it will it's placed from this face. So you can see it's the angle is on the side, right? So but if you want to make it vertical, you just need to, let's create a similar CS. Just use place on work plane, and then and still even use place on work plane. You can still pick. So for example, you can pick this face, this face, this face. But if you want to place it as if the always verticals checked, in case as if it's have that option checked, you can use place on work plane and then use the level. Okay, so something like this. So now you can see it's a vertical offset, right? Okay, so let's delete this, and then for this one, where's my diameter? Oh, hang on. Okay, so sorry, I forgot. Let's go back because we have the parameter for the profile, but I forgot to create a parameter for it. So you just need to go to family, go to profile, find your family, and double click on this. So make sure, so when you create this parameter, make sure it's a type parameter. Okay, so you can't have instance parameter for a profile family. So now here, click on this, and then you can create. I'll just call it D. And for this one, you can either type or instant depending on how you're gonna use it. For example, you wanted to have different type, different size. For different type, you probably use type. But if you want to have all different size and don't want to create types, you can just use instance. Okay, so for this one, maybe I'll just use instance and click OK and OK. Yeah, I think I click OK, load this back, override, and that's it. So select this family. Now we have this option. So for example, I'll change this one to 2 meter, and then that's it. And if I move this to here, it will not automatically cut void. Okay, it will not. So what we need to do is we need to use the cut geometry tool here. Click on this top solid and click on this void. So this will create a void. And also let's just go to the side, or even just use this one to adjust this, go up, and we can just move it. And then because it's a line based, it's like adaptive, so you can drag it to increase the length, and it will create some tunnel or void. Okay, so you can increase this, something like that. Okay, so this is a line-based family. And also you might want to, instead of just only a void, you also want have some walls or some other things, floors. You can go there. So you have this one there. So you can use the same method. So but this time, instead of have a profile like this, you can have a different profile. So for example, you can have a flat piece there, a flat profile. So and then use the same method. So make sure you use so all the offset at this point is the same. So it will always follow. Okay, so instead of only having a void, and then you also create something in this tunnel. Just make sure when you have this void here, just make sure this void not cutting anything, because if this void is cutting anything, you won't be able to use this option in this project. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so it's and let's try to change the angle 0 degree, of course, just a flat, right? 5 degree. Try negative. It also works, negative 5 degree. 20 degree, negative 10 degree. Okay, so go up, still working, right? And yeah, so this is it. Let's make it very big. 10, how about 10 meter? Wow. Okay, so, and of course this is top solid. It only work on top solid, it won't work on top surface. So only work in 2024. And before that, we only have top surface, which you won't be able to create these. Okay. I think that's it. And okay, so I think this one, I talked about this before. So this one exactly the same. So I tried to use, I couldn't find a tool or anything we can create, all these triangular shape to indicate a ramp. You probably need some other tool or plugin to do this. I tried to use adaptive value, but it's not good. Okay. quickly go talk about this. So this is a question about this toolbar. So usually it's here, and if you click on this one, you can choose to move this down here, and also you can turn it on or off. Okay, and also you can customize it. So you can click on this, and you can choose these extra options you can add into. So for example, I think, okay, so I always use export PDF, so it's probably easier for me to just have it here instead of go to file. So click OK, and then that's it. So every time I need to export a PDF, I just need to click on here, and then that's it. Otherwise, just go there and export. So I need a 3-click. Okay, so that's it. So if you have any questions, that's okay. I talked about this before, so just you can that's a video there. I just posted here. And okay, so next time we are going to model this, but I think that's all for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.